Yeah, so my intention of coming here and doing the retreat was mostly, getting to know myself better, and also, work on things that I've been working in other ways and supporting with this kind of work, which seems um, like it can touch parts that, is harder to touch with other forms of self-exploration. So that was my intention. So, I mean, there are different components to the retreat. So the first thing we did was the Temascal, which I had no idea about. Like, I didn't know what to expect at all. Um, and we did a medicine Temascal, which, included use of different medicines like San Pedro and mushrooms and different forms of tobacco. And that was a full surprise to me. And I think looking back, it was my favorite part. um, Especially, um, you know, the songs gave me such a good perspective on how these people approach like existence in general and how they relate to the divine. And that was something that I think I was craving for, that I didn't know I was craving for. And I think the most important part of that for me was how genuine they are in like applying the rituals. It's not just like, okay, these are the set of steps that we are doing because this is the ritual and these are the rules. But when they like thank the food and like when they do every step of the ceremony was very genuine. I felt like, um, so that was great. And I think the medicine also helped me like within that whole experience connect like the deeper parts of myself and actually like do work on myself without even like really trying. um, that was amazing. And then the second thing we did was the family constellation, which was also, I mean, that was also something that took me to a place that I wasn't expecting that much. It wasn't like a part of my um, like family setup that I was like focusing on that much. My intention going there was one thing, and then I ended up going into a different place. So it was like eye opening as well. And then that same night, we did the first ayahuasca ceremony, and that was intense in some ways. But it was, I was telling Nadia that like, how can something be so painful and so pleasurable at the same time? It's not like there are the painful parts and the pleasurable parts. It's the same things that are both so painful. And I don't want to say like, I mean, yeah, it is painful. Like it's painful, but it's more about feel like there's friction and you are going through this thing with friction, but you are not stopping. You just keep going. But at the same time, it's like the most beautiful thing ever. And that was actually something that I felt like was kind of like the final steps of something that I've been working on for a while, like a year and a half in different forms of, self exploration. And um, I felt like I actually finally was done with that work. I don't want to make big claims, but that's how I feel right now. And that's how I felt after the ceremony. And it opened me up to, you know, be available for new work that I can do.